Hey folks, I'm a big proponent of value for your dollar. If I can save a few dollars, I'll definitely try to. Example, I got this cool coffee maker so I can save a few dollars and still get my cappuccinos. Success. Instead of buying expensive artwork, I just frame pictures I took myself. Or you can choose to spend $15 on a watch rather than $15,000 on a watch like the Rolex Submariner. That's right, a brand new Rolex Submariner can cost you up to $15,000. But this beautiful Casio Duro MDV-106 can be found at Walmart for as low as $15. Let's see if we can get a little shot there of that. That's right, this guy was $15 at my local Walmart. Sometimes if you just hunt around a little bit, you'd be surprised you can find yourself a really good deal on a watch. The Casio Duro has that Rolex Submariner look. It's an homage, and you can get it for less than 60 bucks online. In fact, they have the new version that's out, which is going to be in the description. It's the blue dial one, which is really nice, by the way. That one is less than 50 bucks. And if you look in the description, you'll find that link there where you can get it for that price. So the Casio Duro, or Duro if you will, is the Italian or Spanish word of saying tough, because this watch is supposed to be as tough as nails. And at 200 meters of water resistance, it is what we would say in Spanish as bien duro. I like that accent. It's a super affordable homage to the Rolex Submariner, and like the Submariner, it has simple understated lines and an overall purposeful aesthetic. It honestly looks like it could provide quality service yet be stylish at the same time. If the Rolex is James Bond in a tuxedo, then consider the Casio Duro to be Jason Bourne in a really nice men's warehouse suit. The Duro uses Casio's extremely accurate 2784 quartz movement, which is said to lose as little as 3 seconds a week. It's built with a stainless steel case which feels very solid, weighing in at 92 grams. It has a 120 click rotating bezel with a hard mineral crystal. No sapphire crystal at this point, but for less than 60 bucks, what would you expect? And if you were expecting a sapphire crystal at this price point, then you're probably one of those people who orders chicken McNuggets and then gets upset when they don't taste like real chicken. It has a fairly decent 120 click non-ceramic rotating bezel with very little play. There are watches that have much smoother movement and no play on the bezel, but you'd be hard pressed to find one for less than $250. It has a screw down crown, and believe it or not, it is hackable, meaning that the second hand stops when you pull out the crown. This gives you the ability to set a much more accurate time. Now let's talk about the dial for a second. It looks black in most photos, but when you look at it in person, it has a sunburst effect, and the black is highlighted by grays that dance back and forth and subtly catch the eye. Many may not see it because their eyes are pulled away by the interchanging gold and black colors of the coin-edged aluminum bezel. Those same colors carry over into the dial as the bowl of the watch face dips down with indices at every minute, leading to the loomed hour markers in white and gold trim. You got a couple of really nice hands that are painted with lume and also trimmed in gold. The hour and minute hands are even beveled at the opposite ends, which really adds a nice extra finishing touch that really isn't even expected. Then you have that beautiful needlepoint second hand that, with just a touch of lume at the end of it, really does set it off. The second hand on my watch hits the minute markers exactly on point, where I've heard that others saying it is slightly off. The date is in a drop-down window at 3 o'clock position with not a lot of fanfare. I feel like they could have done a bit more in the design aspect of that, but then again, this watch is supposed to be understated utilitarian. And of course, you have the Marlin logo at 6 o'clock with WR for water resistant, 200M for 200 meters below that. And just below the 6 o'clock position, you have Japan on one side and moving on the other side, left and right respectively. The overall face of the watch really does give it a sense of panache, with the wearer having the comfort of knowing it really isn't. It's like that nice Ralph Lauren coat that everyone thinks you spent 500 bucks on, but not really knowing that you got it on sale at Macy's for 50. The overall build quality is outstanding, and I think having filled lugs absolutely contributes to that. I'm not a big fan of drilled lugs on most watches. Some can pull it off, like my Seiko Prospects, but I think Casio did well to have these filled. The lume isn't the best for $59, but you can't really expect them to glow like daylight. Check out the pic of the lume after getting hit with a dose of sunlight. I put my Seiko Save the Ocean next to it for comparison. The lume dies out after about a minute or so. And in this side-by-side loom shot, the Duro may look slightly bigger than the Seiko, but they're both 44 millimeters wide, the exact same size. I think the Duro just has a slightly larger look because of the smaller loom markers that are pushed out further towards the edge. The back of the Duro has a screw-down lid like you would see on more expensive watches, and it's also finished in stainless steel. It's 13 millimeters in thickness from the top of the crystal to the back of the case. The back of the case is stamped Japan movement and cased in China. It also has the marlin to signify it's part of their sports line, and above that it's stamped water resistant 20 bar. Speaking of that 20 bar water resistance, or 200 meters, imagine that, 200 meters, 660 feet. That's the length of 2 football fields, including 2 end zones. That's a lot of space to cover, especially when you're diving. So for a sub $60 watch, I would say that you have got a huge value. You can forego pizza, beer, and an Amazon movie rental for about the same price as one of these watches. So as I stated earlier in the video, I got my Casio Duro at Walmart. You can get them online. I'm putting a link in the description where you can also get a Casio Duro black and gold, and there will also be a link where you can get the all blue Casio Duro, which is, I think, a really nice looking color, and the link will have it there for, I believe, less than 50 bucks. Now this particular Casio Duro, I put on a NATO strap, which I think it looks really cool. I got this from cheapestnatostraps.com, which is a European company. I'll put their website in the description below. They'll send you your NATO straps from Europe free of charge as long as you order a certain dollar amount. I ordered 5 straps. I think it came out to 35 bucks, and some of them were actually leather, so that's pretty cool. And I think it really does kind of give the watch a really cool look. And it's a single pass, so only one piece of the strap goes through it, and it doesn't sit on the wrist so high. So I like that a lot. I'm gonna do something a little bit different though. So this particular Casio Duro, I'm gonna give it away. I have not hit 100 subscribers yet, and when I do, that's gonna be a milestone for me, and I'm going to give somebody this watch. I think for 15 bucks, plus the NATO strap that's on it in the box with the paperwork, I think that's a nice little gift to give to somebody that will really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches, subscribes. All I ask is below in the comments, you just put the word Duro with an exclamation point. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to put all those users' names in a raffle and pull one, and that person is going to get the Casio Duro watch sent to them. Free shipping, of course, because that would be rude if I didn't pay for the shipping. These videos do take a long time to put together. As you can see, there's a lot of information here. We do editing software, which I have on my laptop constantly going. I'm always editing everything. Notepad with all my notes, a script, which is like actually right here in front of me. So it's a lot of work. So I do appreciate the likes and subscribes, and hopefully you guys have a great day. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Thanks, take care, bye. It's a super,